One thing that's important when we facilitate is knowing how to customize the content to the audience that we have. I oftentimes say that what we do when we facilitate wholeheartedly is we give people not a class but an experience. A class is good, there's structure, you give everyone the same thing, and that consistency allows you to get the results that you desire. But in an experience, it's really about picking up on what's going on in the moment. And so in order to do that, you really have to be aware of who your audience is. Once you know what the audience is, you can use some of the guidelines that we have given you with every single activity. And then you're going to have to use a little bit of your own intuition, because if you are in the facilitator role, you have this ability already to just pick up on what's going on around you. And then the last thing you have to do is to be flexible and fluid. Let me tell you a little bit more about those 4 points. Number one, every audience is different. What's interesting is that I can have the same 4 people, but in 2 different sessions, and they are different in each session, because who they are and who they bring to that experience is dependent on everything that has gone on before and at the moment that we get together. So the same activity with the same group can look totally different. I really want to be aware of who's in the audience and what they're facing so that I can customize it to the group. The good thing about the Whole Heart activities is we have it listed. Each activity, we tell you how to do it, but then we have it divided by affinity groups. And those are, if you're group facilitating for a group of women only, or if it's a group of Christians, or if it's youth or couples, here's ways that you can customize the material to the group. And so using those guidelines will assist you whether you're working with that group or maybe a variation. So if you're working with a group that's a little bit different, you can use those guidelines added to your intuition. Oftentimes, people will come into a room and just the way that they speak to me, the way that they interact with each other gives me a sense of what direction I need to go. Maybe there's a way that I need to tweak the activity for that day. My gut tells me when we need to let an activity go much longer than I had planned, or cut it off and move in a direction that is different than I had intended. So use your intuition, because it often will lead you in the right direction, especially if you're picking up on the comments, the mood of the group, and where they want to go as an audience. And then the last piece is, with doing that and using your intuition, you have to be able to be really flexible and fluid. You can change at a moment's notice. You can do something totally different. You can take an activity that you've always done and add another element that is going to be based on what's going on with the person, what's going on in the world, or something that you sense inside of you. Being able to change things and adjust things in the minute is really important, because really what the audience wants is an experience where they learn something, they learn, grow, and heal. They don't care if you do it exactly as you scripted it out ahead of time. They care about what the overall impact is. So if you're able to do those things, if you're able to know your audience, to use the guidelines that we've given you, use your intuition, and be flexible and fluid, what you will do is create a customized experience that not only will resonate with your audience, but will also resonate with you. Don't forget, we're learners in this process too, so we want to learn, grow, and heal together. Good luck with that.